going to make a heavy metal joke, but I don't think that's heavy metal. That was our opening song today. It's called Green Line by Honey Creek. How about that?
Yeah, it sounded good. I love it. I told you, I love having all this local music. I just think it's so wonderful.
I do too, and that's a song about taking the bus in Milwaukee, which, you know, which way you, I was going to go into our next topic. It's about taking the bus in Milwaukee, so it's super fun. I got all tripped up on my words because I wanted to share what I texted you this morning just a second ago, because I see you in the monitor just before we start the show, and I sent Tiff a text that said, "Hello, beautiful Barbie in pink, because I love me some blondes in pink."
I didn't even see it yet, actually, because I'm using, as you know, my printer's broken. So I'm using my phone and an iPad for most of my stuff that I need to have available. So I have not looked at it yet, but thank you very much. And, you know, I always think you look beautiful. You're glowing lately. Everybody can see it.
Oh, thanks, Tiff. I appreciate that. But I do love blondes and pink. I know sometimes you're a little self-conscious because it seems a little Barbie-like, but honestly, you pull off pink better than anybody I know. And it's my favorite color.
Well, there we go. It's for you then.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll go into our next topic because I think you're going to find this fascinating. First of all, I just want you to cross your arms. Okay. Everybody at home, you can do it too. Just cross your arms.
I always do it this way.
Okay, so which hand is out? Is it your right or your left?
So I have right over left, but my left hand is out. How about you?
Oh, your left hand. Okay,
my left hand is out.
Perfect. All right, so we are opposite. My right hand was out, okay?
Really?
I'll read both of these at home for people. So here's what they say. If your left hand is out, okay, so this is from Joe Navarro. He's an ex-FBI interrogator, deception expert. He used to study or work with espionage. I mean, he's written books on body language, and he says crossing your arms, by the way, is not necessarily a way to show that you're closed off, which is what most people think. It can mean many things, he said, including just that you're cold. However, the hand out means something. Ooh. So if your left hand is out, he says that it means that you're much more of a creative thinker. Okay, so you're more intuitive. They say, in fact, if you think there's a box, there's no such box for a left hand out person because they're always thinking outside of it. So that's the way they are. It's all intuitive. You're very perceptive towards other people's moods in general and very go with the flow.
Interesting. I don't know if I feel like I'm a creative thinker, but I do trust people like him because they're professional profilers, you know?
Yeah, they know what they're doing, right?
What does he say about right hand?
Okay, so the right hand out is the logical thinker. It's basically people come to you for advice. You tend to make all of your decisions based on logic and gathering all the facts. They say someone who has their left hand or their right hand out, is pretty witty. They're really good with one-liners, and they're very hard to deceive because they gather all the facts, and they are witty enough and quick enough to catch some of the deceptions themselves.
That's totally you. I think that totally fits. That's very interesting. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, there are people who leave both out.
Oh, does that mean something? They're confused?
Yeah, it does. It absolutely means that they're super self-assured, very confident, tend to be mentors, and not having any issues with authority. In fact, they tend to seek out authority or authority positions.
Interesting. I always thought this was kind of a sign that you were judging a situation or a person, but maybe that's not true.
Maybe it means that you're confident enough to be the authority in the situation.
I guess so.
Paul like said, just in my ear, he said, both of mine are in. I'm like, I don't know what that means, Paul. I think that means that you're like sweaty.
Just giving him a little nudge there.
He said that's not false.
All right, switching gears a little bit. Everybody's been cooking during the pandemic, and there's this huge surge in canning. There's actually a shortage of mason jars as well as the lids. It started, mid-August. Sales, there's this company called Mason Jar Merchant, and get this, their sales, while other people are struggling, were up 600%. They're calling it sourdough 2.0 because, you know, everybody's now into baking bread, I guess. So this is sort of like the canning is also like that. The kitchen craze, everybody's at home cooking more. And so there's this like crazy surge in people wanting mason jars.
Oh my gosh. Well, I suppose, you know, they're maybe like doomsday prepping, you know, trying to save all their veggies from the garden. I did grow some veggies. I don't know if I shared that with you this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and I grew some veggies, and we got cucumbers, and they're really big and super healthy.
Oh my gosh. Wait, that looks like a lime.
This is like one of the biggest cucumbers. They totally didn't make it this year. So that was one of my first times growing cucumbers. Thought I'd share with you how poor of a turnout that was.
Do they taste good though?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, she takes a bite.
Yeah.
I hope you washed it. Oh, that's cute. That's like
it's totally a little cucumber.
That's a pocket cucumber that you could take on the go in your lunchbox. I like that. All right, so we're going to talk about baby name trends tomorrow because we got to switch to our sound off question now. This is because we were talking about canning and cooking and Tiff growing cucumbers. We want to know what you think on Facebook. What food is best homemade? And what food do you think is better as takeout? I know what I think about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later.